welcome to my journey. As per usual, what I told David, I said, the more things I have to do in the house, the less I want to be in the house. And when it comes around to Friday, I just feel like I need to gather me. Uh-oh, what are they doing down here? Oh, they got the ditch witch. They must be putting in new pipes or something. That's my walking neighbor. Yeah, they fixed the ditch witch around here. Let me not talk while I'm waiting on people to walk everywhere and cars to come. It is cold for them to be out here. I'm gonna tell you what. Anyway, we're here for weigh-in. And you know what? I meant to look on my app before I got on here so I could remember the actual numbers. I do remember. I don't remember my total. Oh, I think I get to go. They slagged our road. We'll talk about that in a minute. I did lose, but basically I maintained because it was a 0.2 loss. So that was just basically maintained, which I was really shocked because I didn't eat much, especially over the snow days, which were the ice days, like I used to. So I don't know. It's just one of them. Like to say, that's just one little snapshot. That moment in time, what your body weighs. So I don't sweat them. I just don't sweat them. But I weighed 191.6. So it was 0.2 away from last week's. So hey, that's lower. But it's 185 something. My total loss. But where I'm going, I've been wanting to go for several months now, and I just never get out. I gotta turn that heat up a little bit. I hope y'all can hear it. Yet it's just cold. Super G Mart. It's the international market over here in Charlotte. I've just been wanting to go. There ain't nothing I need. I just like to look around it. I just like to look around. It's just a fun store to look at. I don't know what half of it is. I can't understand the language. I don't eat the things that they are. Wouldn't know how to cook them if I did. But it's still fun to look at, and I can get a milk tea and some of their pastries, which they're not, any of them are sweet. Like the Asian and the Mexican pastries, none of that stuff is super sweet. Like they have, my favorite are these little egg custard tarts. They're like yay big. They're not sweet at all. Just sweet enough. I really like those. And David doesn't eat egg custard, but he likes those. And then they have other little pastries and things. You just take I'm not gonna film in there. I'm just gonna go and walk around. But yesterday I had both babies. Let's see, where's the best place? Oh, quit yawning. I had both babies. I think maybe this might be the best place. I couldn't get Wesley Wednesday, which is like going to be my Wesley day. I couldn't get him Wednesday because I had to go in the middle of the day to get my sleep thing. So I took my sleep thing Wednesday night, my home test, and I had to go turn it back in yesterday. Listen, I slept better that night and last night because you don't wear your CPAP. You have to be tested without it, right? So last night I'm like, I slept so good the night before, I'm not going to wear my CPAP tonight. And I didn't, and I slept good. Both nights, I did not get up and be wide awake like I have been on my CPAP. Last night or the night before, I got up to go to the bathroom, and I was able to go right back to bed. I wasn't wide awake. So, I don't know if there's any kind of correlation there, but I'm going to have to get gas. Anyway, I slept fine, so I'm hoping that it shows I don't have any sleep apnea. But so I said, and remember I told you Holly and Jacob come Tuesday, because she had to get some stuff done to her car. She said, she had already told me, she said, we can come back Thursday and still have Momo Day. I said, well, whatever you want to do. And so then when I realized I couldn't get Wesley Wednesday, I told her, I said, well, do you want to come so you can have some time to spend with Wesley? Because that'll be about the only time they get to see is at my house, her and Jacob. She says, oh yes. So I went and got Wesley Thursday morning and brought him home, and then they come, and she got to play with the baby, and Jacob, he says he loves his cousin. He said he was in there putting his shoes on because we had to go to McDonald's, you know. Holly said she told Jacob, she said, well, I don't know if we can because we'll have Wesley. I said, oh yeah, we can take him. There's no problem with that. And so it was me and Papa's first time we had 2 grandbabies in the car with us. I got Wesley's, his little car seat base behind me, and then Jacob's seats over there. So it was fun. But Holly, she did the carrying for me. Oh my gosh, carrying that car seat with an almost 15-pound baby in it, I've gotten weak. I mean, I have gotten weak. I need to do something. I've got to lift weights. I've got to do some kind of strength training or something because I am weak as swamp water. Look, I'm drinking my last witch's brew. I'm just about out. I've only got like 2 that I actually, or maybe 3 that I like, because that pink slush I decided I can't drink it, it's too sweet. So I should have put some in my Walmart's order, but I didn't. But they come over, and when we went to McDonald's, Jacob was in there. I have to go to my craft room, that's where I put my shoes on. Well, he got his shoes and come running there and put them in the hall. I said, well, baby, here's your shoes. I didn't realize he had done that. He did that because I was going in there to put my shoes on. He was coming in there to put his shoes on like I was putting my shoes on. So he said, I love Wesley. He goes, I miss him. He said, even though I'm with him, I miss him. Somehow he put it, but he was so sweet. He was so sweet to that baby. He don't act jealous. Like, Holly had the baby and Jacob was on me, and we were watching a movie, and then he wanted to go and play in the computer room. I said, well, Papa's in there right now. So when Papa come out, he says, listen, and he always whispers it, let's go play in the computer room. I don't know why he whispers it, but he does. I said, well, come on. So we went in there, and I still got all that crap on my bed where he usually runs his cars around. And he decided, I said, I need to, he broke a thing on his little motorcycle, which was Sebastian's. I said, well, come here in my room. I think I might have a little screw big enough to put that back on. So when we got in there, he goes, let's watch skeletons like we used to do. And so I went down and told Holly, I said, well, he's changed his mind. He don't want to play in the computer room. He wants to watch skeletons. She said, well, we've got to go because we've got to give Daddy our car, because Nathan's car had a check engine light come on, and he had a dentist appointment, so they were going to switch cars because he was working from home. And she says, you got 5 or 10 minutes. So we went in there and we turned on skeletons. And I want you to know, he got, just like he does his mommy, he got right up on me and laid his head on my shoulder and had his hand on my arm, just snuggled right up to me watching that. So I guess he was feeling not jealous, but I mean, he's 4, so 100% of the attention wasn't on him. He didn't act jealous. He didn't act mean. He didn't act bossy or what. He didn't act out at all. 0. But I guess he was just feeling maybe he needed his mama a little bit more, you know. And then they had to go. But we took Wesley to McDonald's. He was asleep at home. He was asleep when we got there. I took a bottle. I didn't take a diaper bag or nothing, because if he did anything, we're 3 minutes. It's like 2 minutes. Ow. Less than, what was it? It's 2 minutes, 3 minutes door to door, I think. It just flips to 3 minutes door to door from our house where they put that new McDonald's. And so I took the bottle, and of course he woke up while we were there. And so me and Jacob switched sides, and I just let him sit in his little seat to take his bottle while I finished up my hamburger, because you know me and Jacob split the Happy Meal. He reminded me, he said, we get the Happy Meal. He said, I get the French fries and you get the hamburger. I said, that's right. And it's plenty. And I get me a little small tea. Back and forth, back and forth. And so I was feeding him a little bit till I finished up my burger. And then I got him out to burping. And he just wouldn't burp. He wouldn't burp. So he wanted a little bit more bottle. He drank it and he just wouldn't burp. And the next thing I know, he spit up. He got him all the way down his clothes. He got my coat. Ooh. I tell you, I don't see anybody in that lane, but then I see a shadow like from that big truck and it kind of scares me. So I had to come home, and then David, he was throwing Jacob's stuff away. He had sauces, and he wanted Papa's barbecue sauce. So he had 3 sauces for his French fries. And David picked it up on the napkin, and he accidentally dropped the barbecue sauce, and it splashed up on his jeans. So when I got home, I washed Wesley's clothes and my coat and Papa's jeans. Got all that mess cleaned up. But gosh, them 2 are the sweetest babies. And Wesley, what a little chunky chunk. He's a little chunky chunk. He's chunky with his clothes on. I don't ever change his clothes, you know. But I had to, when we took his his sleeper off, whatever you call it, there was only one outfit in his bag. I guess RJ didn't even think about putting extra clothes. He packed his bag and he didn't think about it. But there was one little short onesie, you know. Holly said she about didn't get over all them rolls. So when his clothes got dry, I put that back on him because it's cold outside. And I said, Lord have mercy, when they got there to get him, I said, that little boy got more rolls than a bakery. He's got such a round belly. Oh. But I mean, he's fine for his percentiles and all that stuff. He's doing fine. You would never ever look at this baby and say, oh, he was a preemie. Never. But we played and we watched SpongeBob, and I've got, did I tell you, be patient student driver that just shot in front of me like he should not have. Do we have to be patient with people like that? Shot in front of me, puts his brakes on. Oh, brother. That's right, it wouldn't be me driving if I wasn't complaining, would it? Did I tell you I ordered my movies? I went on eBay and I found a seller who sells DVDs and whatnot. Buy 2, get 1 free. So I bought my Days of Thunder. I bought my Dazed and Confused. And then I got Jacob's Secret Life of Pets for free. So I was very happy about that. And I told him, I said, maybe next Momo's Day it'll be here, because I'm sure he shipped it media mail, so it's just taking a little bit longer. Well, I mean, that's fine by me, because it was free shipping too. Buy 2 movies, get 1 free, and free shipping. So I don't know how he's making any money. But I don't know where he sources his DVDs, but it was a good deal to me. I thought like $13 with tax and everything for 3 DVDs was a good price, I thought. So I told him maybe next Momo Day we'll have the movie we can watch. We watched SpongeBob yesterday, and of course we had to go through the zombie pirate El Diablo. We had to go over that a couple times. He had to make sure his mommy seen it. She had to go to the bathroom, and I said, oh, it's just about coming up. He's like, Mom! I said, well, no, not yet. She's got time. She's got a potty. Okay. He was worried to death she was going to miss the zombie pirates. So she got to see those. That made him happy. And what was I fixing to say? I didn't go to no thrift stores yesterday. I could have. I was actually going to go to, because I've been, now it's getting hot. I was actually going to go to Starbucks and get a chai latte. The last one I had, which was like, what, last summer or before, made my tummy hurt because it was so sweet, and I keep wanting one and wanting one and wanting one. I'm like, okay, when I come back from taking my sleep thing, I come by Starbucks and I have my sweatpants on, and I always, when I go out like this, instead of carrying my pocketbook, I put my little wallet in my pants pocket, and then I don't have to keep up with nothing when I'm shopping or anything like that. So I was trying to pull my wallet out before I got there, trying to pull it out, and the way the sweatpants are made, that wallet was just, because it's made out of denim, it was just sticking and sticking and sticking. I'm like, okay, it's a sign, don't get one. It was a sign. So I didn't get one. I just come on home. But listen, they called them for snow this weekend because they call it some kind of bomb cyclone or cyclone bomb storm, I don't know, off the coast of North Carolina, which is weird to me. And they say the coast down there is going to get snow, which that's very weird for them because that is not a snow area. And I've seen different ones that says we're going to get this much snow, and then other ones, no, you're going to get this much snow. Well, I told David, just quit worrying about it and just see what happens, because that's what happened this past weekend. Oh, you're going to get bombarded. Well, we were not bombarded. We were on the outskirts of it, you know. I mean, we got it, but it wasn't like they said storm of the century, basically. Snowmageddon was not even Ice-mageddon. And, but they said this is supposed to be just snow. As what they're saying, it's just supposed to be fluffy snow. Now, if that's the case, I will be a happy camper, because I can get my snow cream and see my pretty. If it snows any depth where it'll cover the grass and be fluffy and I can get a bowl full of snow for some snow cream, then I'll be happy. So Alexa said yesterday it's starting at 7 tonight, and then this morning she said it's starting at 4 today. So I told David, I said, well, you go ahead and go to sleep, and they're supposed to do it in Atlanta too, because you know that's where he goes. I said, you go ahead and go to bed, because if they miss it and it don't do nothing, you still go to work, because you won't be burning a day staying up expecting something that don't happen, and then you burn a day when you could have it for something fun, like the other day, you know. But if he gets up and there's snow all over the place, he won't go to work. He just won't. Especially if they're calling for it down in Atlanta. So that'll give him a long weekend. But the Clash, that's the first race of the season. There's not points, it don't count for nothing. It's just a fun race. It's on the Bowman Gray track up here in Winston-Salem, which is like an hour. If it takes an hour to get there, it's not even an hour, because it takes an hour to get to Greensboro, and Winston-Salem's before Greensboro. So we could easily go if we wanted to. It's just a little fishbowl. Well, it got loaded up with snow and ice last weekend, and so I always get updates, NASCAR updates on my Facebook. And they've been working around the clock, I think, trying to get rid of all that for the race this weekend. Well, now they've already preemptively canceled Friday and Saturday races and runs and practices, but they're still gonna have NASCAR's race Sunday, weather permitting. They didn't cancel it because I think they're thinking, well, if it's just fluffy snow, they might can do something and still race Sunday. But then I think they're still supposed to have the drivers meeting the drivers on Friday, which, oh my gosh, if William Byron's going to be there, I would take a road trip up there to meet him, you know, instead of going over here to the Super G. But listen, he had on his story yesterday on Facebook, because you know I follow him on Facebook, and I know it's in Charlotte because he lives in Charlotte. And this close to race season, he's not going to be visiting anywhere else, because you know they're getting ready. He was in some, looked like maybe a sports bar, and he was sitting there eating wings, because you could see what he was eating, and he had one in his hand. I told David, I said, we're going to locate where this sports bar is, and we're going to stalk it out until he comes in there next time wanting wings. If I was to be out in public and see him, I would faint. I seen a Instagram reel or Facebook reel or something the other week, and they were in Charlotte, and the man was talking about, don't let him pass you, don't let him pass you. And I can't remember who the race car driver was, but they spotted, he was in a truck, and they spotted him and recognized him, and she was trying not to let him outrun her, but he did. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I was ever going down the road and I noticed William Byron in a vehicle beside me, I believe I'd cut him off and then get his autograph. Oh boy, to be so cold outside, that heat will run you out. I don't think we're going to sun. So, but, was there anything else I was going to tell y'all? Anything else happened? When's the last time I talked to y'all? Oh, I talked to y'all Tuesday. Listen, me and Holly, she found out she's got a baby shower to go to Saturday. Not tomorrow. Next Saturday. Oh, no. Not riding behind that. That is a flatbed full of smushed vehicles. Compacted vehicles. No. Don't look at that. The truck behind him got moving too. Don't ride behind no log trucks neither. You seen the movie Final Destination, right? You know them logs come out and just get you. You don't even need to let me know that I've seen that movie to know that I don't ride behind log trucks. I don't ride behind car haulers. No, I don't ride behind trucks that are hauling anything that can come off and go through my windshield. It scares me. It makes me paranoid. But anyway, she's got a baby shower to go to, because I told y'all that we're going to do her birthday day together next Saturday. And she told me yesterday, she said, oh, I remembered I got a baby shower to go to at 2 o'clock. I said, well, we can just skip the mystery box and just go to Ultra and go get something to eat, because we weren't going to be able to do both the mystery box and Ultra and eat, and I wanted to take her to eat. She said, okay. I said, she said, well, maybe we could go during the week. I said, well, I don't think mystery box is open except on Saturday and Sunday, I think. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, wait a minute. We can go to Ulta in the middle of the week and still go to the mystery box and out to eat on Saturday, because the baby shower is not till 2. And you can start getting in line at the mystery box at 9:30, and they open the doors at 10. When we went, she opened the doors about 5 or 10 minutes early. She said, since y'all standing here being so patient, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So I told Holly, I said, now you're going to have to drive, because if you see like some big something, a table or a side table or whatever, something you might like, it's going to fit in your car, not mine, because her SUV is a big one. So we are going to pick a day during the week to go to Ulta, and then mystery box and eating on Saturday. And I think she said her baby shower is in Huntersville, so if we come from Salisbury back to my house, then it'll take her a half hour to get from my house to Huntersville. So that'll give us, depending on what time of day we start, which will be, well, I told her to be at my house at 9 if we were going to the mystery box, and we'd be there at 9:30. So that'll give us plenty of time to run through there and grab up stuff and go eat. That'll give us plenty of time for her to be back to my house before 1:30. So that'll work. Listen, I got to find something to work on these wrinkles. When I'm just sitting here talking to y'all, and I'm looking on the editor, I can't really see them, but if I have to like look up here in the mirror because like something's in my eye or whatever, if I'm looking, or if I look in the mirror at home, I have got so many wrinkles right here, it's not even funny. And sometimes if the light's on me, I know y'all can see them. Go ahead. I know y'all can see them, and they look horrendous. I hate them. That is one thing. Hold on, I'm about to talk and miss my darn exit. One more second of talking and I'd have missed it. That's one thing. When you got a fat face, you can't see your wrinkles. When the fat starts coming out of your face, the wrinkles just, And I was a lifelong smoker until 2005. I think I'm supposed to go this way. So I've got a lot of smoker's wrinkles from just the way you draw on cigarettes, you know. And so I need. Do y'all use anything that will like lighten wrinkles or smooth them out or plump them up? Or I ain't going to go get no kind of surgery or treatment that you got to pay for. I want some kind of. I just need something to help hide these. I will tell you what I did. I ain't worn makeup in years. When me and Holly was all obsessed with it, we'd wear makeup. I can't wear face makeup that's creamy because it makes me sweat. It like clogs my skin, like I can't breathe. It's like my face can't breathe. So I would always use like a powder or something. I've been seeing this Laura Geller forever. It's for Asian skin, mature skin, and it's just a powder. I keep saying, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. Well, I did. I ordered it. Ordered it yesterday. I'm going to see. I don't know if that covers up any of the wrinkles, if it sets in the wrinkles. All I know is we'll find out. But it seems like it would be light enough that it wouldn't make me feel smothered, you know. So we are going to give that a try. Ooh, about to turn in the wrong road. So we'll see. Listen, I might come on here one day not looking like myself, having makeup on my face. When we go to Ulta, I don't know what I'm gonna be buying. I don't know. If I wear makeup, it'll be in the cold weather. It won't be out working in the garden, I'll tell you that much. But I don't know, I feel like that. It's balanced. Baked, balance, and brighten. Those are the words in it. I don't know the exact order of the words. Baked, balance, and brighten. Something like that. And I just thought maybe it could just smooth out my skin a little bit. Not that I'm vain, because if I was vain, I wouldn't come on here looking at like I look to y'all. Period. Y'all know I wouldn't. Because I am not vain. I was not vain when I was 185 pounds bigger. I didn't care. I really didn't. We've talked about this before. I didn't care. Being big did not bother me. I've told y'all and told y'all and told y'all. I said when it affected my health, then I would worry about it. I didn't care enough how I looked, as long as I felt good and I could still do things. I did not care how I looked as far as my size. And I don't even think I realized looking in the mirror how much different I looked until I see it now and then see how I look now. Boy, there was a big difference, humongous difference. Oh my God. But looking at myself then, I don't feel like I thought I looked that big. And even if I did think I looked that big, I did not care. Y'all, I'm telling you the truth. I did not care. Now, the one thing I would not do is wear shorts. I would not wear shorts in public. That's the one thing I did care about, is not wearing shorts in public. And not because what I thought anybody else might think. It's because I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like it. I started, since I lost weight, I started wearing shorts a couple years ago. And I know it don't look good, because I got some sagging skin. I got some flabby, oh my gosh, talk about wrinkles. I was looking at my legs this morning when I took a shower. Y'all, if you've lost a bunch of weight, you know where I'm coming from. The stuff just sags and your skin just crinkles up, just crinkles. It's like, oh, it's like crepe paper. It's terrible. It's disgusting. So I know what you can see when I wear shorts, but here again, I'm not worried about it. I feel fine with you looking at it and thinking, I don't like that. Well, you don't have to like that. But when I was big, I didn't care. I didn't care what anybody thought of me. Look at me and say, you fat pig. Okay, if you think I'm a fat pig, that's your prerogative. Don't say it to my face, I'm liable to punch you out. You know what I mean? But I used to get stared at. I said it's because I was a fat grandma covered in tattoos. And I was not your typical looking human being. I was big, I was fat, I was covered in tattoos, and I had gray hair. White hair, whatever you want to call it. I was not your typical looking senior citizen. Which I wasn't even a senior citizen then. I was in my 50s, you know. But I said, when my health started declining, I would do something. And it did. All kind of things just started happening and falling apart, like all at the same time. And I'm like, okay, well, now's when I got to take it serious. Some days I took it serious, and sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I didn't. It wouldn't have took me as many years, oh, my nose keeps itching, to lose weight if I had taken it serious the whole time. Now, I will say, in my defense, I know that Lyrica worked against me for years. I mean, even with my gastric bypass, because I did not lose weight on that as fast as you typically do when you have a gastric bypass in the beginning. And last year, was it last year, I finally told her to get me off of it because my legs are fine. My legs don't hurt. I don't need it. Get me off of it, because it was always the option was my choice. Do you want to take it and gain weight, or not take it and have your legs hurt? And every time I would try to come off of it because of my weight, I would tell her I've got to have it again because my legs were in such pain. I couldn't deal with it. And so after I lost so much weight, my legs quit hurting. I told her, I said, I don't need it. I'm coming off of it. So she said, okay, we'll get off of it. When I come off of it, that is when my weight started steadily going down. And that was like 2 years, 3 years after my surgery. 2 years. I had my surgery in 2022, so last year was 2025. So 3 years after my surgery is when I started steadily going down. I mean, I lost weight with my surgery, but not like I should have in that many years. So then it's steadily going down. Now, you would think I would have lost weight this week, but I didn't. But I think that's just because I don't eat, and I'll just be honest with you. I know we've talked about it before. I don't eat like they tell you to eat after you have had the gastric bypass. Stay away from the carbs, eat the protein, only eat 3 times a day. I don't. I have picked out my lifestyle, and that's the lifestyle I can live with. That's what you have to do. I can't help what they want you to do. I've done low carb, and it worked for me, but then when I would get off of low carb for this, that, or the other, I couldn't go back. It was just hard to go back. I had to find a lifestyle that I was able to live with. And the one I'm doing now, even if I didn't lose weight this week, 0.2, big whoopee. Some weeks I lose over 3 pounds. Some weeks I'll lose a pound, 2 pounds. That's fine by me. As long as I'm going down. And if I do gain, as long as I start going back down, we're good. Well, my lifestyle is I eat anything I want, just not a lot of it. Now, here's the thing. With the gastric bypass, I can't eat a lot at one time because it'll come right back up. There's only so much room in there. But once it goes down, I can eat again. So the bypass will stop how much you eat at one time, but it will not stop you from eating all day and all night if that's what you want to do. Some foods will stay longer on your stomach, and yes, those are your proteins. Although pasta, even though it should be considered a slider food because it's just a carb that you can just eat, pasta lays heavy on my stomach. If I eat pasta, it stays on there a long time before I can eat again. And like this past week, there were days I would eat something at 4 o'clock and never eat anything the rest of the day. So depending on what it was, how it made me feel in my stomach, I wouldn't be hungry the rest of the day. So every day is a different day, but I don't have any restrictions to what I will cook or eat. I just eat less of it. And sometimes for supper, like, y'all know how I feel about chicken. I care less about chicken. I will eat chicken, but not every time I make it. Like I was watching Joan's video, or not her video. She sent me a snap. She had a Mississippi pot roast in her crock pot. I'm like, yesterday I had the babies. I didn't throw nothing out. I didn't know what I was gonna cook. So when I was coming home from taking my machine back, it's not a machine, it's just wires and a watch, and I thought, oh, because I had to go right by Trader Joe's, I said, well, I'll run in there and grab a bag of that orange chicken that I didn't see the other day to go with that fried rice that I bought, and that's what we'll have for supper, because that'll be quick and easy, because it was getting late in the day, right? And I'm like, no, go home and make Mississippi chicken. So it was last minute. I just threw my frozen chicken in the Instant Pot and threw everything else in there with it, and it made it perfectly. So I did eat some Mississippi chicken last night. I'll eat that because it's good and flavored, and it don't taste like chicken. If chicken tastes like chicken, I don't want it. I'll eat fried chicken leg. I'll eat a fried chicken thigh, but I just prefer a fried chicken leg, and I can get by with one leg and be fine. But as far as like just chicken, I can't just sit around. And we don't eat fish unless it's fried. We don't eat salmon, like baked salmon. We don't eat none of that. So we eat beef, but then these other cuts of beef are getting so expensive you can't afford nothing but hamburger, and you can hardly afford that. So sometimes I don't even eat protein at supper. I just eat the sides. So I'm not, even though I should be, I'm not forcing myself to eat something I don't want. I don't care how long it's taken me to lose weight. I mean, I've lost 185 pounds. It's taken me, what, 6 years, 7 years? I don't know, but they say slow and steady wins the race, so I'm hoping that's what it's doing. I'm hoping the slower I'm losing it, I'll keep it off, because I don't want to get down to a point and then it start coming back on. That's why I have worked into this lifestyle that there's nothing I can change and go off track and make myself gain weight because I stopped eating a certain way, because I'm just eating whatever I want. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because you know, if you go low carb and you lose weight and then all of a sudden you start eating carbs again, that weight's going to creep back up. I know this because I've tried everything in the book. I was almost 400 pounds. I've tried everything in the book. And I was one of these, because y'all know I've told you before, David's one of these, he'll take one dose of medicine, it don't work. So 18 years ago, I picked on him and I called him, I said, okay, one dose maintenance. So sometimes he'll use that on me, because I'll take something, well, this doesn't work. He goes, okay, one dose maintenance. But that's my nickname for him, because he'll take a dose of medicine, this ain't working. Well, that's the way I would be doing about a diet. A month later, it's not working, I'm not doing it. So was it me? Yeah, a lot of it was. Some of it could have been the way of eating. A lot of it was the medication, and I'm not ashamed to say it was medication. If you want to say it's a cop-out, that's your prerogative, but I'm here to tell you, when I quit taking the medication, and the doctor flat out told me it causes weight gain, so it's not like something I was making up in my head, you know. But where I am now is the only thing I could see that would make me gain weight is if I just stopped eating food and started eating sweets, which I can't do anymore because they make me sick on my stomach. I can eat sweets, but like that cake I made, we was wanting a yellow cake and chocolate ice, and even David, he couldn't eat it. I'm like, we didn't even eat half of it, and I'm gonna throw it away. It's just sitting there on the counter. I'm gonna throw it away because it's just too sweet, and things that are too sweet makes me so sick on my stomach. So let's see, we're here. Look, I'm on the other end of Charlotte. Yeah, that didn't take me long at all, did it? I think we found us a spot right here. I will be getting me a milk tea. So I will go shop and we'll just chit chat some more on the way home. How about that? Okay. Listen, I can't even begin to tell y'all how much colder it is right now than it was when I left the house this morning. I should have my big coat on. My fingers are so cold. I don't know if you can see how white they are. I have that Raynaud's syndrome. They either turn white or purple. And that's why when I go to the doctors in the hospital, they try to get your oxygen. 8 times out of 10, they don't get it because my fingers are cold. But I got this. It's a little cafe in the Honey Buns Cafe. And you can buy all kind of steamed buns, fried rice, all kind of other little Asian dishes. It's good food. I didn't buy any today. This is milk tea. I got the brown sugar milk tea. I was getting my money out. And I said, oh, I can't hardly get a hold of it. My fingers are so cold. She said, I can make it warm. I can make it hot for you. I said, no, I like it cold. She goes, like that. And, but I taste brown sugar. I didn't get no boba. I usually don't. I'll eat like 1 or 2 boba, but then I won't eat the rest, so it's just a waste. But oh, it's so good. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's in my lifestyle. If I want a milk tea, I'm not gonna worry about is it too many calories or too many points or all this and that. I'm just gonna drink it, and just that's that. I'll drink what I can until it gets too sweet, and then I'll be done, you know. But that's what we're talking about, my lifestyle. That's my lifestyle now. I have what I want, and I just be careful about it. As far as how, I'll never be able to drink that whole thing. At least not at one time. It might take me all day to do it. But when I was checking out, the little woman that was putting stuff in the bag, she saw my thing sitting in the bag, my boba tea sitting my milk tea sitting in the buggy. She goes, cold. I said, I like it cold. She goes, you strange creature. I said, my husband would probably tell you that too. But I tell you what, that is such a fun story. If you have like a Super G international market of any type of thing like that near you, just go to it. I wish I could understand the languages on these products, because I would try more stuff. We're not very adventuresome, but as long as it's not something weird or something hot and spicy, which a lot of other cultures eat spicy foods. Me and David just don't. If I could read, a lot of things will have English on the back, but just to see the front, you would have to be in there a long time picking up packages to turn around and see if you can even understand what it is. Like if the ingredients are in English, but you still don't know what it is or what you do with it. I did find a couple new things today I want to try, and some things I've had before. I didn't spend much. I spent $44, and I got 3 bags full, so I don't think that's bad. Oh my goodness, we got us a traffic jam going on up here. So, but so much cool stuff in there. Just listen, if you want to make some kind of ethnic dish, go to the international market. Go. Listen, I probably could have picked up something and Google Lensed it and see if it'd come up in English or whatever, but I wasn't spending all day in there. And I went to get the little custard tarts I was telling you about. They usually have buy like 5 get 1 free, buy 6 get 1 free, something like that. But the prices have gone. They'd have that, but the prices of everything had gone up so much since I've been here last time. Those little things, that big little custard cup, $2.49. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I had the tray and the tongs in my hand. So you get like a little cafeteria tray and tongs, and that's how you get everything's in its own little bag, a little plastic bag, cellophane bag. But you still get it with your tongs and put it on your tray, and they just take your tray up there and they count it up and they bag it, charge you, bag it for you. I just put the tray and the tongs back because everything they had was ridiculously priced, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't see it. So I did not get anything from the bake section. I did get the stuff to make my tofu soup. I can't remember what I call it. I got some dried mushroom many years ago. I don't even remember where I got them. It might have been there. It might have been somewhere else. I don't remember. But I can't find a mixed bag of dried mushrooms there. I've tried every time I go, and I can't ever find it. But I make it. You can make it with mushrooms, but when I made it the first time, I made it with those dried mushrooms, and it made a world of difference in the flavor. And I got the stuff to make it again. I can't remember how I made my broth. If I don't have everything at home, I can get it. But I got the tofu and I got the dried mushrooms. Now I did get my green onions because I know it's got green onions in it. Now David, he would eat the broth. I could probably cook some noodles and put the noodles in the broth for him, but he's not going to eat the tofu. I can tell you that right now. I like tofu. It really doesn't have a flavor. So good. They have a lot of different flavors. A lot of different flavors. Sometimes I get the chocolate. It's really good. But all kinds of flavors. But yeah, I had a good time in there. Had a real good time. So it won't be on this video, but I'll probably go home and do a little haul. I mean, I didn't get. It's not a major giant haul or nothing, but I can show you what I did get. Speaking of, tomorrow there won't be a menu plan or grocery haul video because I didn't do a menu plan because I just didn't feel like it. And my groceries, I bought a little bit Wednesday, and I totally forgot to look at so it wasn't gonna be much to haul, and I didn't have a menu, so I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna do it. But I didn't even look at Alexa to pick out what I had on there, so I made another one for pickup this morning, or for delivery this morning. But I didn't feel none of it. I just don't feel like it. So maybe I'll be able to show you what I got at Super G, just in case you're interested. But I do suggest going to one. They even have an American aisle where you get, you know, American foods. But there's different aisles for different ethnicities. It's pretty cool. And all kind of stuff in the freezer section. If I knew what I was looking at, I declare. Which I don't really have freezer space, and I'm trying to clean out the freezer. But there's just so much stuff in there, I tell you. But anyway, what even were we talking about before we got there? Remember. Whew. As freezing I am now, I'm hot in here. But yeah, we'll see if we get any snow. That's all I know. We'll see. As cold as it's getting and the way the clouds are, yeah, it looks like we're gonna get something. But after last week's giant storm we were supposed to get and we didn't get, now I kind of don't trust the news. I think our part says 2 to 5 or 2 to 7 inches, and then another one that's like not even that. So I don't know. Anyway, well, I reckon that's all I'm gonna talk about. I don't think, because I can't remember what we were talking about when I got in the car, so we'll just consider it a done subject. How about that? Okay, well, we'll call this week a maintain, because that's basically what it was. When you lose 0.2, that's just a maintain in my book, and I'm cool with it. So I'll say come back tomorrow for a Super G haul. We won't have a menu plan, but we'll just do a little small Super G haul. How about that? Okay, see you then.